All right. All right. I'm here. I'm here. Thank you. Thank you, creator. That was a little rough. Thank you for letting my internet go out a few minutes before I came on. Hey, Sharice, Dave. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, creator. My internet went out just seconds before I was coming on. It stayed out, had me thinking, well, I'm going to just cancel the video. I'm going to just cancel it. I can't get online. The internet went out right before I was coming on. Right before I was coming on. Hi, Elizabeth. All right. Good to see y'all. And so I was thinking, man, I can't, and you know what? My reaction, I love it because I got taught a little lesson. I didn't even freak out. I didn't get triggered. I didn't get mad. I just said, what will be, and I just calmed down. Well, I didn't have to I didn't get upset or anything. And I just said, well, no video today, creator, the internet is out. It went out a couple of seconds before I was supposed to. Right when I was clicking to go. You know how I do. I click and then I get myself set up, and I went to click the go live, and everything, all the lights in my apartment, everything just went out, or at least my internet went out. Everything, the power just cut off, and my first reaction in my mind was to get upset. And then I caught myself and said, no, this is what it's all about. The creator is trying to teach you what he's been showing you the last couple of videos, trying to show you that the soul, it has power over the flesh. You got power. You don't have to get upset. The creator, he allowed this situation to come about. And, everything that comes about in your reality, Iquab, is to test you. You got to stop getting triggered over anything. That's the mission that you're on. Don't get triggered over anything. I was reading in the OAHSPE where it says Uz takes over the body when you let go of it. Uz is the dissolving, the laying down in your body. Uz. When you let it go, then Uz comes and takes it. And so until then, situations going to come about, going to come about, and your mission, should you decide to accept it, isn't that what they say in Mission Impossible, is to defeat the tetracts, the responses, like it says in let me show you one thing about the Bible that you gotta like. Let me see. I didn't finish setting my screen up. So let me see. Is my screen set up? Okay, yeah, I think it is. Good. And so last night I was talking to Creator. I just said, well, what exactly are the works of the flesh? What exactly am I doing battle against? And you all know it, the works of the flesh. Galatians chapter 5. Galatians chapter 5. These are the works of the flesh. King James Version. Galatians chapter 5. Works of the flesh. And it's like the things you always known, well, for me, just speak for myself, you got to learn them again. I mean, they have new meaning now. Galatians chapter 5. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, works of the flesh. And so, knowing the OAHSPE, now I have new understanding now. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, verse 19. Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Now, this is very interesting to me, because here Paul is speaking esoterically in harmony with the OAHSPE, I think, or whoever wrote this. I think it's really interesting the way I don't take the Bible as the word of the Creator no more. The Creator, he doesn't claim it, man. He doesn't seem to claim it. But he it's still profitable, because the wisdom, the gods and the lords and the angels, from what I understand, they had to go to school, and you know what I mean? They had to go to school, prophet school, or whatever it is, in the heavenlies, the gods, they had to all go to school. And so I think some learning comes out in the Ezra Bible. Some spiritual learning does come out, gets passed down. The only problem is that it gets hijacked, and men, they use it, the wisdom that's in it, to point to themselves. That's the whole problem right there. And now we got the beast kingdom, where it's reaping a great harvest in this day and age. It's reaping an incredible. And what I mean by that, people see that we're on the brink of World War III, and they start, what's the first thing? They run to the church. They run right to Jesus Christ. They run to, religion. They see it coming to a conclusion. They see something. And they run right to Jesus Christ. It's the perfect storm. They run right to Jesus Christ. Now, I had a thought that I want to share with y'all real quick. I want to share this with y'all. Now, at the bottom of the hour, I'm going to do the soul affirmations. My brother told me to do it at the beginning and end. And so I've made it part of the program to do it at the start and at the end, because the Creator seems to be putting on my spirit, and I pray it's not my own idea, that we're in the time of where now Pluto has gone back into Aquarius to stay. And I've been reading last couple of days where the Creator said he's going to raise up his children. He's going to raise up the faithless. And then I got the thought in my head just last night that, now I hope I ain't dreaming. That's the one thing about doing these videos that I don't like. I don't like, I don't like, and I do it. It's like I'm forced to do it a lot because I'm at the point where I could say 100%. And I just don't like my own. I don't want my own understanding of things. I want to be almost like a robot where I get programmed. And this came from the creator last night at 2:59 in the morning. This download came to me and I am now sharing it with you. Thus saith the creator. I, you know what I mean? I don't want, but the creator, he said he worked through inspiration. He worked through he impregnates your thoughts. And so I'm going to share this. I'm just go ahead and share it. And I pray that I don't do any damage to anybody. But I got the thought in my head that it had to do with the manifestation of the sons and daughters. How is the creator going to do it? And I got led back to the Bible, actually. I looked at Jesus Christ. And I said, I think we're going to come on the scene like he did. Now, I could be wrong, man. Now, I want to emphasize that I'm speculating. I want to be clear about that, man. I think that the picture, it could be given how we are going to come on the scene. I think that the creator I believe that the inspiration given to me is that we're going to come on the scene like that, in the sense that, how do I explain it? We just come in power, that we come healing, that we come in wisdom. And the difference is that we come as a multitude all over the world. The faithists. And I mean faithists. I'm talking about people who not Christian faithists, and I don't want to sound harsh, but meaning brethren who don't. It's like what I've seen in the world. There are people who are serious and people who are not. Christianity taught me that you could be a Christian but not be serious. Meaning you don't study, you don't read, you don't meditate, you don't really, everything goes, indiscreet. Everything is good, just sound nice, just, smile at everything, and then, and you're a Christian. But as a faithist, we see Dave says, those affirmations were given to you for a reason. And I do believe that. I just don't, you know what I mean? When you are very leery of being deceived, you know what I mean? I'm at a stage, I think that's why the creator got me talking about the things we're talking about now. So I think he wants to really teach us how to listen to our soul now. I mean, that seems to be the message that I'm getting. He seemed to be impressing upon me to teach. I think the time has come for us to learn to connect through the soul and listen to the leaning of the creator speaking to us through our soul. I just think that the time has come. I can't figure it no other way. The last couple of days have been an explosion for me. And so, but before I forget, I had been thinking about how well the creator, he said, we read the other day where he said he was going to, and if any of you in the chat remember where that is, post it, where the creator said that he was going to manifest his sons and daughters to the world. He basically said, I'm going to show y'all it's like showtime. I'm going to bring you on stage. You don't do all this learning and walking and believing and faithism for nothing. He got a plan. It ain't stagnant. It progresses, and he going to work it. He going to work it, man. The equivalent of what we've been going through, to me is equal to just like a team where you have to practice, You practice, you got to practice, and then it's game time. Now you have to perform. And I don't think, I hope, I don't want to sound, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to share what I think is what, I believe will come to pass. And I pray that other brethren are confirming the same thing. I would like to hear if other brethren are hearing the same thing, of how we're going to be manifested. The Creator said, I am going to show you. He said something like, you're going to be raised up in the world. He said that. I just didn't put it down in the OAHSPE. The OAHSPE, he says that. I think you brethren know. So I found myself thinking, and then I was led to look at Jesus Christ and the example how he came on the earth and how it's going to be for us. Because he said that we were going to be, it's one of them verses you like to hold on to, man, where he said something like, I'm going to show you to the world. You're going to be manifested to the world. I tend to think that the example is Jesus Christ. Now, I don't believe that the New Testament Jesus Christ existed. I think that he's been used as a narrative to show us something. I do believe there were Jesus Christ before the New Testament Jesus Christ. But I think the Creator is showing us how we're going to be manifested on the earth. They were under captivity at that time. I'm trying to draw similarities in the time of the New Testament and now. Hi, Nazarene. How come your name isn't blue? It must be a different link or name, or how come your name? Did you take off your moderator link? Your name should be blue, shouldn't it? Or it's a different name. It must be a different name. But thanks for checking in, brother. Good to see you. I'm glad to see you, man. Good to see you. So, I don't know. It's time for the soul affirmation. It's time for the soul affirmation. Okay, I'm going to go back at some point and make your name, I don't know why. You should have the moderator, the blue name and Grinch. So, at 5:30, the brother, he told me to do the soul affirmation at the beginning and end. And so I've decided at the bottom of the hour, upon the video, the first hour, to give people time to come in. And so we can all do the soul affirmation together. Do it together. Speak the soul affirmation. Speak it 3 times together. I believe that the Creator, he wants us to do it that way, to do it together, that there's force behind it. And so let me bring it up. The soul affirmation. Matter of fact, I got it in my room. I don't even need to go there. I got it in my room. I forgot all about it. The soul affirmation. Well, let me find my room and bring it up. And it's now the soul affirmation. We looked at it the other day. I think the Creator is making it clear to me to start sharing along these lines about how we should pay attention. We should pay attention to the power, the inheritance of our soul. How are we going to educate it? How the Creator is going to work through it. You're going to find that I'm going to be doing a lot of sharing on my videos about the soul. I think that the Creator is saying this is how you're going to take a step up. This is how, because it's important for us to learn how to hear the Creator, to hearing. And so we read the other day. Matter of fact, let's do the soul affirmation first, and then I'll do a little recap before the reading. I think you're going to love the reading. I found another I found something else. It's like I opened up the Radiance anthology and it took me right to something else, you know. Sometimes things can get scary, you know. I'm gonna share with you what I read on the reading. That's why the name of the video is what it is: Soul of Truth, and then obedience, and then whatever. It all comes out of what I'm gonna read. I'm gonna show you all top of the hour. Time for the soul affirmation. Okay, right here. Hey, Elijah, brother. All right. All right, man. Thanks for coming in, brother. Always good to see you. Somebody's trying to take your title. Oh, Sharice beat you today, brother. Sharice. You gotta watch them, sisters. Elizabeth, she took your crown one time. Sharice, you know, today. Oh, all right, brother. The soul affirmation. We read in the Radiance anthology. This is how we affirm our soul, man, by speaking eternal truths. Eternal truths. All right. I'm going to go into it after we do it a little bit. All right. Do a little recap. So I've got it on the screen right here. I trust that you all can see it. If somebody can't read it on the screen, if you can't read it, type a 1. And I'll make it, matter of fact, I'll just make it bigger anyway, just to be sure we can see it really good. This is the soul affirmation. So I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to read this part right here together. All of us going to read it together. Okay. Then afterwards, we're going to do it 3 times, and then I'm going to do a little recap after we get finished doing it. Okay. All right. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3. I am life, because my soul is a form of eternal life. I am health, peace, and perfection, because my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. I am the wisdom of the all mind, because my soul is an intelligent organism, vibrant with delight of the infinite consciousness. Let's read it again. 1, 2, 3. I am life, because my soul is a form of eternal life. I am health, peace, and perfection, because my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. I am the wisdom of the all mind, because my soul is an intelligent organism, vibrant with delight of the infinite consciousness. One more time. I am life, because my soul is a form of eternal life. I am health, peace, and perfection, because of my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. I am the wisdom of the all mind, because my soul is an intelligent organism, vibrant with delight of the infinite consciousness. All right, there we go. We affirmed our soul, and we read where um that's how, by speaking eternal truths to our soul, we affirm it. By speaking eternal truths to our soul, that's how we affirm it. Now, this is where I got it from, right here. Okay. This is where I got it from, the study. I just picked it out. I wasn't planning on making it such a big deal that I'm making it now, until I started reading it. And then it struck me. And then it's like the creator just impressed it upon me. That right there is pay dirt that you just hit. That's pay dirt right there. That's how you're going to take another step up. And it also came to my mind, see, this is what's going to separate you from your brethren who their faith is in name. Because we live in a world where people We trust in labels, names to do all the work for us. We don't want to see it's a partnership. We in a partnership with the Creator. I'm sorry. I'm being stopped right now. I have to find this verse for y'all. I've got to find this, man. I'm sorry. I feel a strong urge, man, get that verse. Get that verse. Get that verse is what I'm hearing. Get that verse. Get that verse. Okay. Even if it take you the rest of this year, it's saying get that verse. Get that verse. Get that verse. Okay. And if y'all beat me to it, if you want to beat me to it, it has the word impregnable in it. It has the word in let me see, how do you spell it? In preg impregnable. Impregnable, maybe. Impregnable. I have to find this verse. Impregnable. Powerful verse, man. Where the Creator, he drives it home, man. He says, let me make it bigger. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I beat you to it, so you can't take credit for this one. I got you, bro. I beat you by like 2 seconds. All right. So you can't take credit for that. I got him. Let me see. Okay, this is not the verse. Now, I might not. Let me see. Is it the next one? Okay, now I'm thinking of that verse where it says that he impregnates our thoughts. Y'all remember that verse? Do y'all remember seeing that verse where he said he let's see. So I have to go use the word thoughts. Thoughts. See, I think that I'm really supposed to show you that verse where the Creator, he tell you flat out how he works. I mean, just tell you clear to your face, man, where it ain't no doubt. He says something about our thoughts. Okay. No, but I beat you, bro, because I substituted the end right before you right before you corrected me. See? I beat you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I know you're just trying to help me out. Let me see. Okay, now thoughts. I must find this verse. Because the Creator, he tells you how he works. You brethren have seen it before. If you know where it's at, post it. If you can beat me to it. It's where he said he works through your thought. He impregnates your thoughts. And he brings it to pass. I'm just trying to find it. It's heavy on me to find it, man. It's a really power. Oh man, it's 87 mentions. I might not be able to. This is a heck of a good study. It looks like you see a lot of good verses already. The Creator, he says, he impregnates your thoughts. He said, you choose. Oh, okay. Matter of fact, oh no, I don't want to try to go off on that study. Where if you do a study on how you choose, it's part of that. Part of that is in that verse where he says, you choose, and he talks about impregnating your thoughts. Now, see, I didn't expect to do this, and it's taken a lot of time. Look at this. Look at this verse real quick. Isn't that something? See, you can get caught up, man, when you're doing these word studies. Look at this. That according to a man's good or evil deeds, words, thoughts, and actions while on earth. Look at that. Even so shall he inherit in heaven. Light or darkness, joy or unhappiness. Look at that. We could talk about that for the rest of the video. See? I got to find that verse, man, where the creator said he impregnates. See, he gives you, he just flat out tell you, this is how I work. This is how I work. He said, you make the choice, and then I impregnate. I do the work. I do the work. I impregnate your thoughts with, let me see. Creator said he goes to work. He said, you make the choice how you going to make yourself, and then he goes to work. He works through your thoughts, and he mentions other things. Here's something. Thus my lords have angels under them who are authorized and ordained in my name and in the name of Jehovah to abide for times and seasons with mortals as guardians and inspirers to provide dreams, thoughts, and visions in the minds of mortals and to otherwise labor in elevating them in purity, love, and wisdom. And that goes along with the verse I'm looking for. That goes along with the verse I'm looking for. I just feel a burden to find that verse, so because it says so clearly how the creator works. It's like an incredible secret, man, you know, that he's sharing with you. He just tell you flat out, man. Whereas if the whole world knew, they would get busy right away, man. You know, see, Nazarene said, Inspiration chapter 8. Let me see, bro. I should be getting to it then pretty soon. Wow, that's interesting. Look at this. He said the first and lowest thoughts. He said the all highest subject, the all highest in your neighbor, which he see. I could go. You see there. Now you want to go and the second lowest thoughts pertain to sexual matters. Look at that. He said, and on these, the man of darkness delights to discourse. What book is this? This is Discipline. See, I ain't got no discipline, man. I ain't got no discipline right now. I get stuck, you know what I mean? The third lowest thoughts pertain to man's selfishness. The fourth pertains to criticizing others as the doctrines. To abandon such discourse and preference and See, oh man, see, I need discipline, man. I hate to move on from this. I'm still looking for that verse. I just got to find it, man. Let me see. And the same applies to your spirit, soul, mind, ideas, and your thoughts. Yes, I gave you liberty to receive your no, that's not it. There it is, right there. Thank you. Thank you, creator. See, what book is this? Okay, Nazarene was close. Book of Inspiration, chapter 13, verse 20. And I just felt a strong inspiration to bring this up. Book of Inspiration, chapter 13, verse 20. And the creator is making it clear without a shadow of a doubt. You know what? I don't mean to sound vulgar, but this is like telling you tomorrow's lottery numbers to me. It ain't no difference, man. It ain't no difference. It's like the $1 trillion lottery numbers for tomorrow. And I spoke to your soul saying, choose what you will. I just love it, man. Thank you, creator, for letting me find it. I didn't think I was going to find it. And I found it. And I spoke to your soul saying, choose what you will be, what you will to be. Now, I'm being deliberate on purpose, brethren, because I got taught another lesson about speed reading. Got to get out the VIX stuff he knows. Or yeah, little jar right there. So it's like the creator, he seems to be impressing upon me to stop that speed reading. You know how if you sisters, if you ever noticed a guy when you go out to dinner with him, there's never been any case in human history where a woman finished her meal before a guy. You at least not with Yaiquab, okay? No woman has ever defeated me eating food out on a date. No one has ever beat me. you know, because a man, he just plow right through it. Woman, she always eats like a bird, you know, leave half the plate behind. As soon as you put it down in front of me, it's gone, man. I don't play with it. Sometimes I eat with my hands and fingers, and because it's good. The food is good. The OAHSPE is the same way, and the creator is saying, you got to slow down, just like my mom used to say. Kurt, you're going to have to slow down now. You got to slow down with this word. And I spoke to your soul. I spoke to your soul, the creator, saying, choose what you will. Choose what you will. What do you want? What do you want? Okay. Sit down, think about it, and then you tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. How do you want me to make you? He said, and I spoke to your soul, saying, choose what you will to be the inspiration of your mind, spirit, and soul. Behold, I, your creator, am your servant to impregnate you with thoughts, ideas, and disposition. All you have to do is choose. Now, what if you told the world that? You know what I mean? You can make a lot out of this verse. This is a home run if you ever seen one. Yes, I said, I will even take you to whichever place and condition you may choose. I'm sorry, you can't say that enough, man. You can't say that enough. You can't say it enough. And I spoke to your soul. So when we learn more about the soul, then we learn things like this, how to affirm. See, here in the reading called 3 Degrees of Consciousness in Radiance anthology, it tells us how to affirm the soul. See, the creator said, I spoke to your soul. The problem in our reality is the soul is covered over. You can't hear it, man. You know? So he's saying the objective for us, learn how to communicate with it. Learn how to listen to it. All right? This is how you're going to get started. And I got led to this. And his teaching is, see, the creator, like, look at that word right there. It says keynote. See, the creator, he is the keynote, meaning he's the template. And we trying to fit into that template, then we in harmony with one another. See, now we in harmony with one another. So we tap into his power. See, even saying in the OAHSPE, the gods were saying, are the 1 second, I gotta do something. My nose is too clogged up. I gotta do something. Hold on. Okay, trusty garbage can there. So the creator, he's the keynote. And our job is to harmonize with the keynote. So the keynote is saying, okay, I'm going to strike this chord. And then, like, I'm going to sound this chord. And then you just join in with your own sound that harmonizes with my sound. Like, for instance, I say something like dun, 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 dun. And then the next person goes, dun, no, 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 no. And then the third person goes, dun, 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 dun. And then the fifth person goes, dun, no, 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 no. See? And so we're tuned now to the creator. We tune out to the creator. Except in this case, we read the attributes. Creator say, okay, apply this, apply that, you know. Your mind, use it this way, think these things, treat this, you know, treat them this way. Now we're in harmony with the creator. We in harmony with him. We in harmony with the keynote. He said here at the bottom, your soul is the keynote of your mind. Your soul is the keynote of your mind. He said, sound this keynote by affirming this truth. That's why we affirmed these principles. These are eternal truths. He said your entire subconscious and conscious mind will come into harmony. and with and express the life and organizing power of your soul. It's like we unlock power we never knew we had before. All we got to do is get in line with the keynote, harmonize with the keynote, make ourselves available for the ashars and to gods and to download information into us, into a pure vessel. And then that's where we read where we learned how to affirm through speaking eternal principles. It's like we unclog ourselves. We unclog. You pour Drano down the pipes. You know what I mean? Drano, clear up the pipes. Clear out. By drinking the eternal truths. See, down here, I am life because my soul is a form of eternal life. I am health, peace, and perfection because my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. See? I am the wisdom of the all mind. Because my soul is an intelligent organism, vibrant with the light of the infinite consciousness. See? And then it says down here, awaken your soul by living the life of truth. He said, express its noble thoughts and feelings. And its divine image of perfection will manifest and transform you into a divinely harmonious character. See, now the danger I see is brethren wanting to give up because we ain't changing fast enough. I think that's the biggest danger right there, man. Because the change ain't immediate enough. Well, we don't see no progress. You see, that's the one thing I fear. I'm talking to myself too. Man. I fear, I've never been patient. And with the Creator, you got to be patient. It seems like you got to be patient. Hey, Sharice, that's where you got us beat. Taurus, you can't find more patience than the Taurus. That's their thing, man. They will park their carcass and wait, man. They will sit down, get comfortable, and when they get comfortable, they ain't moving. They ain't gonna budge. Patience, man. That's the one thing I fear right there for any of us. We ain't got no patience, man. To let the Creator work. Let patience have His perfect work. I have to think that the Creator is ready to bring us on scene in the world, to bring us on scene. Power and great glory. I think that's what the OAHSPE said. He said he's going to manifest, brethren, in power and great glory. How do you like that? And I love what Mahalia says. I love, man, I think our mind is going to be, we're not even going to seek it. The Creator, he brings us to a place where we're finished with vainglory. We're finished with it, man. It's exactly what it is. It's vain. It's good for nothing. Our glory ain't nothing. I can only speak for myself, man. After the Creator gets finished dealing with you, vainglory, it don't even taste good anymore. It just don't even taste good anymore. You really concerned. You just get a kick out of your brethren, out of being able to benefit your brethren one kind of way or another. It's a bigger kick in that, man, and being able to benefit your brethren one type of way or another. Now, time for the reading of the word. And so this is even more of a blessing because we're going to go more. We're going to go into the soul. And I want to say I found it by mistake, but I didn't. I didn't. I couldn't have found it by mistake, man. It had to be the will of the creator, because I was studying this, what you see on the screen, and I read this right here, Awakening Light. You can read that. Stop the video. I can't read it right now. Time for the reading of the word. And then it led me to this, Conquer Your Problems. So I read that, and then I flipped it a couple of pages, and then I found this, what I'm getting ready to bring up. You can't see the screen right now. I'm going to show it to you. I'm looking for it right now, so just hold tight. I'm going to bring it up. And let's see. Let's see. You know what? Now that I think about it, let me see. Yeah, Dave, there are no mistakes nor coincidences. I firmly believe that. Now, let me see. Let's see. Now, the name of the video was Truth Obedience. And I believe I messed up. Man, and uploaded the wrong thing. I believe I messed up. I sure did. This is something, I uploaded the wrong thing. So this is what I ended up uploading. See that right there? That's what I ended up uploading. But I meant this for another time. So what I'm going to do is go to my room. I shared a little bit in my room of today's study. I shared a little bit in my room. So I'll read that. And it's going to be a short video today then, because I didn't share much. And I'm probably just going to have to end up doing it again. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to just end up doing it again, because I got distracted. I must have gotten distracted. Now, this was going to be part of this study. This right here, Soul of Culture and Soul of Truth. Okay. That was going to be part of the study. And then I got distracted, and there were like a couple of more segments that I was going to read. Okay. So, wow, this is going to be a hell of a short video, man. It might not take too long to get through this. So, wow, I got to apologize. I got distracted. See, that's what I mean. I was saying earlier, I get to speed read, and then so many things go through my mind, and I need more discipline. Now, these things came out of the title of the video. Matter of fact, let me look at the title of the video. All those things I have listed, all the things I have listed there, it was going to be part of the reading. The Soul of Truth, Obedience, Culture, Power, and Discrimination. That was going to be part of the reading. I was going to cover all those things. So I think what I'm going to do is pick it up again tomorrow. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to upload it. And then I'll probably end up just going over it again tomorrow and just give this little bit, and then end the video, and then pick it up again tomorrow. Okay, so may the Creator bless the reading of this word. Now, this comes from Radiance Anthology, page 464. It says the solar culture, because again, just to refresh, we're trying to look at how to elevate our soul, how to become more, to learn more about the soul, how we can connect with it, how we can minister to it, how we can take advantage of it. That's why I'm doing these readings, because the Creator is emphasizing that by our developing of our soul, then we can attune ourselves to the Creator greater and greater. From what I can understand, we can tap into our power, because we just need to learn how to listen to the Creator. We just need, that's what we, from what I can perceive, we're reading these things so that we can go from listeners to doers, from listeners to doers, because people don't really listen unless you got a testimony. If you notice, people don't really listen to you unless there's some power behind what you say. Now, Jesus Christ, man, of the New Testament, the narrative of Jesus Christ, and I believe that the real Jesus Christ, like Zarathustra and Yesu and Joshua, that they went about in power, and the Jesus Christ of the New Testament was just a compilation of the works of Zarathustra, Yesu, and Joshua, really, if you ask me, because the New Testament, the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, is really a compilation of different works of antiquity of other faiths and religions. From what I understand, the Ezra Bible, So I think that what is you see, Shri says it is virtual. I don't know what you mean by that, sister. You're gonna have to put it another way. I don't know what you mean. It is virtual. I think I do, but I don't. So I think it's the Creator is really gonna use me to speak about the soul, all about it, how to feed it, like we were doing, affirming it, mental, what is it called? Mental where you confirmation, through mental confirmation, by speaking to, speaking out to yourself things that the eternal truths. The Creator says that has value. It says the soul of culture. Your soul aspires to know and assimilate the culture of the heavens. He says, you are restless. You're a restless, ever-seeking spirit. He says, your restless, ever-seeking spirit has found its poise in the will of the I am. You found your poise. What does that word mean? Poise. Creator said, you found your poise. You found it, man. Let's see what this word means. You hit your stride, I bet. Your poise. Poise has multiple meanings. Poise has multiple meanings, including a person's manner, the way they carry themselves. You found your poise. Poise can refer to a person's particular way of carrying themselves. You found your foundation. I like that. You found your foundation. You found your foundation. Your restless, ever-seeking spirit has found its foundation. Your restless, ever-seeking spirit has found its foundation. You found your foundation in the will of the I Am. You are no longer easily influenced by opposing thoughts. See, we're not blown about now all over the place. You know, like what's right, what's wrong, how should I think, what should I be? You know. Oh, virtue. Okay, Sharice. I still don't know what you're referring to, though. But I know you're right. So it says, your restless, ever-seeking spirit has found its foundation. You found it, man. In the will of the I Am. See, we know about the beast kingdom. We know that the Creator is calling us to serve our brethren. We know the template of the Creator, so to speak, which is really the commandments. And really the commandments just say, do right by the inspiration that's in you. You know what I mean? Just do right, man. You know, when you seek to benefit your brethren, it's hard to go wrong, man. You know, but in this world, it's like do right by yourself. Benefit yourself. Seek yourself. Meaning, you know, your own benefit. But in the Creator, we found our poise. We got our foundation, okay? So you are no longer easily influenced by opposing thoughts. See, you got your foundation. It's hard for you to be rocked now, you know, rock to and fro, you know, this doctrine here, that sounds good. That one there, yeah, that sounds good. You know, we're going to be on top and, you know, we don't get blown about anymore. Oh, hey, Sharice, hey, you know, the video is going to be here. You know, Taurus, burden bearers, if anybody deserves a good rest, it is Taurus, you know. So if you fall into sleep, sis, I'm sorry. That's quite all right. That's all right, just so long as you take a blessing with you. That's the only thing that's important. You know, this video is going to be up, you know, forever. So that's the important thing. And plus, the type of voice I got, it do put people to sleep, you know. You brothers should play me at night before you go to sleep. So, you are no longer easily influenced by opposing thoughts, meaning other doctrines, people telling you, you know, because the faithists can cut other doctrines off at the knees in the sense that, you know, a Mohammedan, he wants to tell you why he's right and you're wrong. And, you know, I could say, hey, look, man, as long as you're what you believe, it teaches you to do right by your brethren, you know, we got no arguments. The only thing I would say to you is that if you are doing deity worship or idolatry, you got problems. But if you want to talk to me about, you know, helping me, or when you see me struggling, or you see I need help, and how you want to bless me, and it's all good, man. How you You want for us to get along with one another? You know, if you want to talk to me like that, how we can love one another, how we can be friends with one another, how we can bless with one another, how we can seek each other's welfare with one another, brother. I ain't got no beef with you. Oh, Elizabeth said, "Oh, you play what? My videos? See that? I'm a good sleeping pill. See there? So you are no longer easily influenced by opposing thoughts. We can go about faith. This can go about, we don't have to, and the creator, the truth of the OAHSPE is just, we can just cut anybody off at the knees to where they can't even argue with us, except for if they want to hold on to their deity. If they want to hold on to their deity, man, but the creator, he's done given us such a power. I mean, I speak from experience. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. I say the same about your smile. I really mean that. I love your smile, man. That brightens my day. The creator, he done made it so, I mean, that's what I love, man. I don't have to be in conflict with nobody. We ain't got to be in conflict with nobody. The creator, he cuts everybody off at the knees. He just cuts them off. There's no room for fighting. There's no room for arguing. If you don't want to be, if you don't want to be connected and united with one another, there's no way your conscience can handle that. Your conscience cannot handle that, man. We are no longer influenced by opposing thoughts, man. We have to be unified with one another, except for if you want to do deity worship, or if you want to oppress your brother. You want to make women walk around, all covered over and against their will. You want to oppress your brother, and you know what I mean. The creator, that's not part of the creator, man. It's not the will of the creator to be talking about oppressing your brother. So, but other than that, the creator, he makes it pretty difficult for us to be anything other than united. You are no longer easily influenced by other opposing thoughts. Our foundation is just too solid. It's too solid, man. We know what's good. We know that the creator, the difference between the creator and religion, and we just can't, we done tasted of that steak, and we can't, brother, it ain't nothing else that tastes better. I'm sorry, it ain't even no contest. Sheree said a ghost definitely told me to leave the hospital I was in, or I was going to be stuck there forever. I definitely left a day later. See, Sharice, you should come on and testify, man. You should come on, because see, that's a level that many brethren haven't gotten to yet. I'll be honest. I take medicine, and I don't want to, but I'm too afraid to get off of it. You know what I mean? I mean, I hear people, they take steps like you, and I just, man, I know that it seemed the creator, when you take steps like that he certainly blesses that. He certainly blesses that. When you take steps like that, sure, he said, how can a spirit speak without speaking? Oh, I don't know. I think Dave, maybe he can answer that. I can't answer that. I mean, from what I see when I read the OAHSPE, the creator, I know that he can. I know he can have a spirit speak with whoever, whatever, I seem to think that only speaking for myself, he seems to speak to me through inspiration, where things happen and I don't learn till afterwards I was spoken to. I think that that's how he deals with me, through inspiration. I think other people, they get like communication. They, spoken to, you know. There's some brethren who are suis and sarges. You know, here Dave said mentally, through telepathy. Through telepathy. Spirits can speak through telepathy. See, look how the water signs are coming out. They're the first ones to comment on how on these mystery type of stuff. Mahal, you said through your mind and thoughts. For me, you know, that's interesting. The first ones to comment are the water signs. See, they know about this stuff. I'm telling you, man. You know, I just see that just glorify the creator to me, man. It just, you know, wow. Through your mind and thoughts. Yeah, I think that's the same for me. Through my mind and thoughts. I'm just so afraid of me, man, because I've been deceived before, you know. I've been covered over with deception. So it's hard for me to hear my soul, man, when it's talking. And I think the creator is now teaching me how to listen to your soul, because that's me talking to you. I know you've been deceived before. I allowed it, but now I'm gonna bring you out of it. Your soul has been you've been covered over with mortality, but now I'm gonna bring you out of it. This is how you do it. One of the ways is speak eternal truths to your soul. I am wisdom, I am health, perfection, and peace. I am life, I am life. Just start off with those little baby steps and you'll grow. I'm going to impregnate your thoughts. I'm going to shape I'm going to do the work, the creator says. He says you are no longer easily influenced by opposing thoughts because you have found what it means to do the will of the infinite. This has become the strong motive that now dominates all your desires and actions. See, because you tasted of the word and it was good. See, Sheree says, I think I was more afraid of what she was saying instead of her being there. On the postings like this, Sharice, it's hard for me to dialogue because I can't, you know, I have to recollect if you're referring to something I said 20, 30 seconds ago and then try to read currently. It's hard for me to do it. But so don't think I'm ignoring you if I don't come back with a response to something you say and I don't respond. It's because I can't, you know, I cannot respond right then and there. I can't put it together. So it says, you now realize that you will do your best work by cooperating with others of the same benevolent nature. Let me see, Elizabeth said, talking about the goat in the hospital. Okay. Oh, the ghost. No, she said she heard did you say ghost? She said a ghost. Definitely, I would think she means a spirit. Definitely told me to leave the hospital I was in, or I was going to be stuck there forever. She was speaking about the ghost. Okay, yeah, okay. See, that's why I can't. A lot of times I can't get real engaged in the post because I get discombobulated. Oh, a girl. Okay, so let me go on with the reading here. Let me go on with this. It says, you now realize you will do your best work by cooperating with others of the same benevolent motive. That's the second resurrection right there. Second resurrection. You have found a definite direction for all your talents and powers of soul. One thing I love about these videos is like you can put your own flavor on what you're sharing. You can put your personality into it. And you can express yourself. That's why I think doing these videos is such an incredible blessing. I can express myself. It's very therapeutic, brethren. I highly encourage you, brethren, to do the same. But we all have different gifts, But the important thing is tapping into something where you can express yourself in the spirit. Very therapeutic, man, We all want to express ourselves, man. If we could find a way to express ourselves and show our beauty, we could show our beauty to that's what we really want. The Creator is saying, yeah, I know what you want, but here, just fit yourself within this template. See, get this here template, and then you use whatever crayons you want. Use whatever crayons you want. We all want to express ourselves. See? Let me see. Mahali says, for me, it's never instant. I ask the Creator about what I should do about a situation. The answer comes hours later or even days later. It's like I'm guided to the answer. I like that. Yeah. Right when I was reading the OAHSPE, she appeared while I was in the hospital. I had a heart attack. Okay, so y'all having a conversation sound like, so let me step out of it because I'm gonna get too discombobulated here. But I hope y'all keep talking to one another. All right, so here we have, you have found a definite direction for your talents and powers of soul. Meaning once we get tapped into the will of the Creator. Talking about when we get our foundation, when we get the certainty that who the Creator is and how he's unique and different from other gods, lords, and angels of religion, then that's the foundation that keeps us from being easily moved. He says, you have found a definite direction for all your talents and powers of soul. Now you can empty yourself into expressing the light that's within you. That's what we want. That's what we really want. It says, working with those who understand you and sympathize with your high aspirations. Ain't nothing better than that, man. Can you imagine going to work? Imagine going to work with you, brethren. We all work in the same building, man. Okay, you talk to me, Mahalia. All right. Can you imagine that, man? Do you brethren ever think about the second resurrection? Don't you know it's going to be a bunch of brethren working together for the good of our brethren? Did you brethren know that? That's the second resurrection. And then the third resurrection is like a party. Every day is Friday. The Ethereum. All right. Actually, no. Third resurrection is not the Ethereans. The Ethereans is the Etherean realm, but third resurrection, that's like every work day is a Friday, man. People jumping up, rejoicing. Somebody over in China came to faith, decided to walk with the Creator and get out of the beast kingdom, Somebody over in Japan, they came up out of it, and big party going on, in the office building, everybody jumping up and shouting, rejoicing for this God and his success over there in Antarctica and another one in Alaska. And, okay, now I understand. I'm sounding kooky. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, I think like that. I think that's the will of the Creator. You know, His will is for your joy and happiness, man. You know, everywhere you read in the OAHSPE, you know, I keep looking for places where he allow you to damn your brother to hell when he make you mad. Creator don't give it to you. He don't let you, he don't give you no justification, man. He don't give you no justification. You can't find it. You keep looking for it. When I was an Israelite, oh, I loved it, man, because I could pull out a scripture and I could make a man tremble. You know, if he afflicted me, if I was in a bad attitude, if I had a bad day, you know, just find a white man and lay a scripture on him. You know, what an evil vibration Hebrew Israelites are under. I'm sorry to say, man, what a evil. Oh, man, please get up out of that if somebody is listening. Do it today, man. You're in the belly of the beast. You are in it. Oh, my brother, you are in it, man. You're in it. Working with those who understand you, man. You know, I can go to the third floor, bring Mahalia some lunch, sit and me and her talk. I can go to the 8th floor, talk to Cherise, ask her how her children are doing. I can go to the 5th floor, talk to Elizabeth, have some coffee with her. You see, like, you know, I mean, man, that's heaven, man. That's literally heaven. That's the second resurrection. We all working together. Big office building overlooking the water, you know. Free lunch. Okay, man, I know. But that's what it is. You can't tell me I'm wrong, you know. The spiritual is more glorious than the earth. There's more glory in the spiritual than the earth. You will attain the greatest degree of self-expression. How do you like that? That's what we want, man. Everybody in the whole world fighting to express themselves, want people to look at them, want people's attention. Hey, look at me, you know, and they want to express themselves. And the Creator says, I know, man. I know. Here's my word, you know. Now you go ahead and season it the way you want to, you know, put your own flavor on it. See? That's all. He said, under the inspiration of mighty angels, you will now be successful in making your idea a practical power in your character, in your life. You know? Let me see. Dave said, I'll be in Utante. Okay, that's the subjective kingdom where all kinds of spirits meet. I learned from what I understand. But how is it any different than anywhere else? How is it any different than anywhere else? Utante. I mean, it's a place of learning and being taught from what I understand, and even Ethereans go there. So how am what I am, you know, how is Utante, I mean, how is it different than the second resurrection? I mean, I know there's a difference, you know. See, Mahalia said, I hope to be sowing in the higher That's cool, you know. I mean, we got to go to school. We got to learn trades. I think sewing is one of them too. I think the OAHSPE, it specifically mentions sewing. Hey, Dave, I'm going to warn you right now. I'm going to stop the video after this next line. I'm not going to even read the next one because I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to go into the reading tomorrow. I made a mistake and uploaded the wrong thing. I thought I uploaded the study. I got distracted somehow, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Though it says, but I'm getting ready to ask you to come on, Dave, and talk a little bit about your Tante. So be ready, okay? I'm getting ready to come. I'm getting ready to end the video. So I'm good. Hey, Dave, if you can, uh, if you will, be ready to come on. Let me put the link in the room so you could talk to us about your Tante. You mean you don't want to be with us in the office building, all working together to lift up brethren? You mean you're going to be separated from us? Okay, hold on a second, okay, brother, because let me get finished with this, and then I want you to come on and talk a little bit about it. Now, it says, moving with many of one motive, you will be an irresistible force for the accomplishing of good. That sounds like the second resurrection to me. So, all right, brother, with that, I'm going to end the video. I messed up because this is part of the study that I was going to do today. I didn't want to read this so I could do it for tomorrow. I'm going to upload the right thing, first of all, and then do it tomorrow. But you're going to find I'm going to be a lot slower doing my readings because of what I've learned. What I learned from the let me see. Who do I learn from? Is it the gods? Is it the Ashars? Who am I learning from? The Ashars? Somebody tell me, who am I learning from? Is it the Creator? Who do I attribute my learning to? Dave, I got the link in the room. Am I learning from my gods, or the lords, or the angel, or who I'm learning from the Creator? Okay, thanks, Elizabeth. So the Creator is showing me, I believe, to slow down and be more deliberate when doing the reading and sharing, so we can really get it down into our spirit. Now, the one thing that, to give an example for me, is I go throughout the day speaking the eternal truths. I am life, I am peace, health, and perfection. I am wisdom, because it's like another way of saying I'm part of the Creator. Now, I don't know how he's going to work it. I don't know how he's going to work it, to change my whole everything. All right, brother. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you sound good, man. How you doing? I'm thinking about moving to Yuma, Arizona. I've been looking at apartments in Yuma, Arizona.
Oh, that's a bit south for me.
You mean distance? What? You mean distance? Huh?
I said Yuma is a bit south of me.
Yeah. I know. But I'm going to. I'm thinking about. It's on my. I've been looking at apartments there for the last couple days. It's. I was thinking about going back to Tucson, but something just keep jumping out at me about Yuma, so I started looking at that. So
I was going to say, yeah, I definitely agree with Elizabeth. The Creator is teaching you.
I see.
But also, all of his angels and your Ashars and Asaphs are also supporting you through Creator.
I see.
So it's not just one being. We're like a big club supporting one another.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, can I stop you for a second? Hey,
Sure.
Sharice, why don't you come on? Why don't you come in the room? Well, I mean, you're in the room, but why don't you? Why did you come on? I mean, I don't want to force you, but the link is up top if you decide you want to talk about what you posted, or any of y'all, if you want to say anything, why don't y'all come on? Okay, go ahead, Dave. Can you hear me, Dave?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, now Yatante is a subjective heaven, right?
Okay.
For those
Yeah.
who died in infancy,
Ah.
you see,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know anything about Earth life, so we got to teach them.
Okay. Like, what do you teach them?
Well, they got a lot of questions. Like, well, many of them are in OAHSPE, right? What do
Uh,
Earth bodies eat? Are they made
uh,
of dirt?
uh,
Do they eat dirt? How do they procreate? Why
mm-hmm.
do they carry them around in such heavy Earth bodies?
Mm-hmm.
Do they ever leave those Earth bodies?
Wow.
You
That's
know,
something else.
they ask a whole bunch of things because they never had an Earth body.
That is
You see?
really amazing, man.
And that's why it's subjective to them because we bring them examples,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
We show them what Earth life is like in some cases.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get too specific on certain aspects of human existence,
I see.
such as procreation,
Right. Right.
but they have to be taught that also, so they don't make the same mistake that the Sithiantes angels made
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
when they
So
go to a new world, somewhere in the far future, to raise up its occupants to know Creator.
uh-huh.
You see,
Yeah.
but for people who have fulfilled a corporeal life, such as yourself, myself. Well, I haven't fulfilled it yet. Obviously, I'm still here. But I'm just getting a little advanced education of what's going on.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. So stillbirth are babies that have not been inhabited by spirit.
Say that again.
Stillbirths. Stillbirth.
Oh yeah, stillbirths. The very moment of conception,
Uh-huh.
Creator sends a spark of Himself into that being and making him
No. When I
self
say
itself.
stillbirth, I mean dead children.
Yeah, yeah. There's a soul there, but that soul has never fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Could
I think.
not support it. You see, that's why it's
Uh,
stillborn.
let's see. Say that again. You were cut off.
Uh, what I said was the stillborn. Uh, the spirit of the stillborn is still a spirit, but unlearned, because
Uh-huh.
the corporeal form could not support it. You see, so the spirit was in there, but that's why it's got to be fetaled on its mother or its father or some other person that's relatively close, but without any abuses such as drinking and things like that.
Yeah. I see. Huh.
There's a whole section on fetalism in OAHSPE. And I think we went over that a couple of times in your videos in the past.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just keep reading about
when you're in the spirit, you don't use verbal communication. It's all mental telepathy. Just like it's there,
Yeah.
And there's you could be speaking to a German, right? Who's speaking German to you, but but the soul will translate it into the language that you speak.
Wow, that is really something, man.
It's like, well, you've seen Star Trek, right?
Yeah,
and they have like a universal communicator.
I don't remember that.
Well, anyway, they have a communication device that will speak any language that the people who they're contacting will speak, and it'll translate back and forth the English words to them. It's kind of like that. What do you call that? Little pad thing.
Translator. I know what you're talking about.
Well, you freeze up there.
I did.
Oh, I don't know if you froze up or not because you didn't say nothing.
Oh no, it looks like you frozen.
Oh no, I'm still still on.
It looks like your screen is frozen.
Uh-oh.
I can hear you. I can hear you. It just looks like your screen. It's like a screenshot instead of But I can hear you.
Okay. You see that?
No, you're frozen. But I can hear you though.
Oh, that's
so
weird.
Hey, Dave, can you
I can see me moving and everything.
Can you talk to more than one person at a time in Utante?
Oh yeah.
You can talk to more than one person at a time.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have no body, right?
No, it's all thought transference. So you can be speaking to a whole auditorium full of people, and you understand and can answer immediately every question they have.
Listen to that. How long was it before you could start going there?
Oh, let's see. I started going into Utante in, I think, about 2012 or 14, somewhere in there. Because the first people I met was my sister and my brother, who were both stillborn.
Wow. That is something else, man. Well, bro, shoot, man. I don't
There was something that I was going to say. I was watching just before you come on. I was watching a NDE, a near-death experience from a pastor or a preacher named Daniel. And it wasn't anything like what I would consider an NDE. This guy said he couldn't remember everything, so he had to take notes. Now, in any of the NDE videos that I put up on your website or page, none of them had ever had to, refer to notes on their experience. They just relived it. You see. And he said he didn't go through any light, but he was like right in the middle of a war zone, which looked like some American city. And there was a bunch of soldiers around, but they weren't U.S. soldiers. They were from China, and they were from Russia, the two that he spoke of, and some other foreign countries. And he said that, they all had flags on their sleeves. Now, the only soldiers that have flags on their sleeves is the U.S., right? Now, they have the U.S.
I don't know. I think are you talking about the patches?
Yeah. I'm talking about
they
flags. I'm talking about flags.
Oh, good.
Flags
I got Sharice coming on. Oh, the flag. Don't they all have the flags?
No. The only ones that have the flags are us. Are the U.S.
No, I think that I've seen other armies have the patches, of their flag.
They have different uniforms, right? But not on their sleeves. Their country of origin, say like if it was Russia, right?
Yeah.
If it was Russia, they'd have an insignia on their lapel, the hammer and the sickle, back in the communist days, or CCCP. Right? Now, Red Chinese, the star, a red star. And that's usually on their cap and on their lapel. Such as like the Vietnam era.
But not on their sleeve, though.
No, not on their sleeve.
So what's the significance of that?
Well, that's how you tell the troops apart.
Yeah, I know that, but the United States having it on their sleeve and other countries not. What's the significance of that?
Because when we go into war, you remember back in the old days when they used to have flag bearers?
Yeah.
Like during the Civil War, the American Revolution. Right? Each and every soldier is a flag bearer. And the flag is opposite, right? It's like you're running with a flag, and the stars and the stripes are behind you, but on your sleeve. Now, the unit citation patch, right, is usually on the left sleeve. which is, the units such as 82nd Airborne, 101st Airborne, Big Red 1, unit designation.
Yeah.
First Cav.
Yeah, but you lost me. What are you bringing this up for? What's the point?
That's only in NATO forces, right? That we wear that flag.
Okay.
Right? But if we're not in NATO forces, right, then we just have our unit citation on each sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you got to be overseas in a NATO organization to be to wear that flag patch.
Yeah, I still don't get the point, though. I mean,
well, anyway, he was in the middle of some partially destroyed city. He didn't say what city. He didn't even know what city, but he said. Okay. But then he said it was a vision. But then he said it was NDE, right, which is near-death experience. And when he had this, he was riding downhill on a bicycle. But he didn't, get hit by any cars or trucks or anything. So to me, that's not an NDE, right? Now you gotta have an ambulance come, right? You come out of your body, you go towards the light, right? You talk to your guide or a teacher or a counselor or somebody, right? You just don't get dropped in the middle of a war zone, right? And from what and you're definitely going to remember that experience, and you're not going to have to take notes about it, to refresh your memory. So the whole thing to me, using my discernment, was
a bunch of hooey
going on here.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing he said was the only two countries that he truly mentioned was China and Russia. He said, well, there was other countries, but I didn't know who they were, or something like that. And now the reason I'm saying that is because there are several denominations that figure Russia and China is like Gog and Magog.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And seeing they were on U.S. soil, that reminds me of the movie Red Dawn. Right?
Yeah.
And all these people are they're supposedly trying to get rid of the resistors, right?
Yeah.
And he said some of the people were Americans that were helping them. Now, I don't see a true American be helping a commie. Well, I take that back. Maybe that Kamala Harris or some person like that. But them communist guys, you're not going to have any wealth with them because it all goes to the state.
Yeah.
So you should be working against yourself if you stop and think about it. I just wanted to bring that up. I didn't put that video up on your channel, and it was strange because I was watching that and I was hoping that I'd catch you before you came on, and then you seemingly had technical difficulties before you appeared. So I come right in on time, within 2 minutes of you starting. And like I say, there's no coincidences.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, bro. We got Sharice with us, man. How you doing, Sharice?
Hi, everyone. Peace, love, light, and balance. How is everyone doing? I'm
Good to
outside in the
hear you.
cold
You,
right
you
now.
sound you sound good.
I'm trying to be okay, I guess. Every day is a blessed day.
Are you having a cold or something or what?
I'm outside right now. So
Uh-huh.
I'm outside right now in the garage. So I didn't want to be around the babies because they're kind of loud right now. They're trying to settle down for the nighttime.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I decided to come outside and see how you guys were doing to speak about when I was in the hospital. When I seen the spirit come and speak to me, I was on the phone with my brother, and I'm trying to figure out who was going to watch the children while I was in the hospital. I had just had a heart attack and a stroke because I ate some ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and I wasn't supposed to. I'm allergic to strawberry ice cream, and I'm pregnant, so I lost the baby at the same
Oh,
time. That was years ago. And
uh-huh.
at the same time, a spirit came to me and she told me, she was like, if you don't get out this hospital, this doctor in this hospital, he's taking lives on purpose and capturing as many spirits and souls as he possibly can. And she was like, if you don't get out this hospital, he gonna keep you in this hospital. You're never gonna leave ever again. And
Wow.
she was at the foot of my bed, right in front of me, so close. And I was like, I wasn't really scared of her, but I was like, what do you mean? This man, he's a doctor in the hospital, taking lives on purpose and killing people.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She was like, someone told me, she was like, I just came here to deliver this message to you. She was like, I don't know what you're going through, but I don't want you to get stuck here. I think she was like 11 or 12. She had all white on and she was pale and she had blonde hair and it was real long and she had pigtails. And she was just sitting there talking to me and she was telling me about what was going on and how he killed all these people in this hospital. And everybody keep coming to this hospital. And guess what happened? I left the hospital and I tried to sue them. They said I never had a record of me ever being at that hospital, ever in existence. But guess what? I keep all my documents.
How do you like that?
Kept
How
all
do
my
you like
documents.
that?
How can you tell me that I have never, ever came to the
Yeah,
hospital
there's
ever in my life?
been several doctors in the past that had been convicted of euthanizing patients.
Wow. That's scary.
And
Just a whole bunch of
even
patients just killing them.
2 or 3 nurses did the same thing.
Mm, mm. I got out of there within 3 days. I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I was like, thank you for so much for letting me know. Deuces. I was out of there. I was like, I'm not staying here no longer. And they was like, they have no record of me ever being there. I was there for a whole full month. How you don't have a record of me being there? And I was there for a whole full month.
Man, wow, man.
Now that's
This
pretty easy to answer because the spirit removed all those records of you ever being there.
Wow.
now why would they want to take, I mean, why do they want to take the spirits?
She said he was controlling her. He was making her bring other spirits to him. That's what she told me. Because it's not like she was speaking with her words. She was speaking through in my mind. So I was thinking at the same time because I'm talking to her while she's talking to me, but it's not outward, like coming outward. You see what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I was coloring because I was trying to release my stress from being there because my blood pressure was like 278 over 189.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I was trying to bring my blood pressure down as high as I possibly can, as low as I possibly could, so I can get out of there because I was not trying to be there because I didn't have anyone to really watch my children while I was in the hospital. So I called my brother, asked him if he can watch the babies for me. He said that's fine. And then right after that, a few seconds later, I was reading OAHSPE, and then she just popped up right in front of my bed. I was like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I'm not going to be in here no more. And I can't believe, like, Which spirit erased the records? Is it the spirit of the ghost of the girl, or is it the spirit of the doctor?
It was probably the spirit of the girl.
Why would the spirit of the girl come to me and talk to me and tell me these things to get out of the hospital? Because a lot of spirits always usually come to me and talk to me, but like that Pacific girl, that Pacific day, I didn't understand that.
Because you were in danger.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that it wasn't me being there that was in danger. I thought that the doctors were putting me into danger. I thought they were trying to actually kill me. Literally, that's the feeling that I got when I was there.
Yeah.
So I was blessed. I'm truly grateful that she came and saved me and let me know what was really going on, because I literally could have died because they were trying to kill me on purpose. And it didn't make no sense. But that's one story. I have a lot of stories. I remember one time I had a IUD removed, and I remember I came out of my body and I was standing over my body watching them perform on me.
Yeah.
And they told me, she was like, well, we're going to remove her uterus. And the doctor was like, no, don't remove her uterus. She wants to have a boy. She only has girls. Don't remove her uterus. And they were arguing and fighting over saving my uterus, but they didn't want to. And they had to bring me back to life 4 times. I literally died 4 times. They had to bring me back to life. And I'm standing over the bed, just watching everybody just crying and praying for me and just watching them. And I'm just thinking, and then out of nowhere, I just went to heaven, and I'm just surrounded by a whole bunch of angels. And it's like a big old circle, and they all in one big old circle of a room, and just angels from the ground all the way up to high as you can't even see. And then a spirit comes over, an angel that was sitting on the throne. It was a whole bunch of angels everywhere, but this one angel was sitting in the middle on the throne. And they asked me a question because a light came down and shined on her head. It wasn't a boy, it was a girl. And it shined through her head. And she asked me, what did I want to do? If I wanted to stay or if I wanted to go. So I told her, I don't know. And she was like, well, it's a war coming. So it's like, you got to pick and choose what you really want to do, because it's a war coming. And I have to choose if I want to save my children or if I want to save the world. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pick the world, because if I save the children, ain't gonna be no world for them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be gone. So I'd rather choose everyone. They're right out of nowhere. I'm right back in my body and wake up and just in pain everywhere. People just standing around me staring at me. I was looking like, what's going on? Then that was it. But a whole bunch of other stuff happened, but I'm just shortening it down because I don't want to tell you everything, because I don't think it's meant for me to tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you like bits and pieces of it because it's too long to explain.
Do you know who that goddess was?
No, she was just so beautiful. I couldn't even see her. It was just bright. The light was so bright. You couldn't see anything.
She's the reigning Ethereal goddess. I can't. I might even mispronounce her name. Chrysanthemum Antinodes. And Brother Cosmo Cal knows it.
Okay. That's amazing. And I couldn't see anything. The light was just so bright. It was just, but I can see like a shadow of a figure. I can see the making of the body, but it was just so bright that I couldn't really see. It was just like gleaming and just blinding me at the same time. But at the same time, I could see it. So it was really weird because it was angels everywhere, all different type of angels from all different type of planets everywhere. It was just angels with wings, angels with different heads, different bodies, all type of different things. It was just amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's just, I can't even explain it.
So was that your tante, Dave?
No. She had a direct communication with the reigning goddess of Earth, under Creator, Chrysanthemum Antinodes. I'm probably mispronouncing her name, but she's the goddess of the dawn of this era, Cosmon era.
What's her name again? Sitantes antinomies?
Yeah, something like that. It's in OAHSPE, but the best one to answer that question would be Brother Cosmo and Cal.
Okay.
I mean, to give her proper name.
Oh.
I may have mispronounced her name.
I remember one time, like after that, I even went to hell. It was one time I went to hell, and then I was like, everybody was just under me, and I'm just walking, and there was this whole bunch of guards, and they was just taking me, and I had to go through this pathway. And then I went to this kingdom, and it was a very big kingdom, and I had a book, and I had to serve these papers. Why am I serving papers? I do not know. So I had to serve papers to this kingdom in heaven, and it was kingdom of Jesus, and I couldn't enter into kingdom. But he asked me, and he was like, "Who is this paper for?" And I was like, "It's for you and an angel." And he was like, "You cannot enter into my kingdom." So he had to actually come out of the kingdom to talk to me. And I had to serve him paper so he can get service to go to court. I didn't understand that. That was really weird.
Why? My question is, how come you guys ain't teaching? Why?
Oh, we are teaching.
Why?
We're teaching right now.
I mean, I shouldn't be teaching, man. I feel like why I wonder, why am I opening my mouth and I haven't had near. I mean, I don't have these experiences.
All experiences come in different ways. Yeah, they come in different ways and forms.
Say it again.
It comes in different ways and forms. You know, just because you don't have this specific experience don't mean you're not having any other.
Elizabeth. Sitantes Armache. No, that she was no. It's Sitantes Antinodes is this one. The one you're thinking of, Elizabeth, is Penta Armache. And she was during the reign of, or after the reign of Fragapati.
Mm-hmm.
She's after the reign of Fragapati.
Yeah, the one Elizabeth put up on the screen.
But she's not mentioned, right?
Penta Armache. CPENTAARMIJ.
Is she in the OAHSPE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's who's ruling over America right now?
No, Chithontes Anthanates.
Athanates?
Yeah, something like that. Like I say, you'd have to get with Brother Cosmo and Cal to get her proper name, because I'm thinking I'm slaughtering her name.
I don't understand how is it possible for me to serve Jesus papers to go to court. That was really weird.
Well, you're serving a false Jesus,
right?
Papers, right?
Right.
And those are the list of charges that are against him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But actually, you weren't serving him papers, like paper. It's the sometimes the how do you say it? The subconscious mind, right, has to kind of like make a play. You see what I'm saying? So if it's like in a dream state, right, you're actually going up to his kingdom, knocking on his gate, saying, "Hey, come here, right?
Yeah.
Here's what the true God has got in store for you if you don't let your people go."
Yeah.
You know, but you're doing it telepathically, right? So the serving of papers would be like a sheriff serving papers
Yeah.
to someone to come to court or summons.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
see,
Yeah. It was to be summoned.
yeah,
And I'm sitting there watching you while you've been summoned and being judged. That's scary. How is that possible? Did it happen, or is it going to happen, or is it just something that's might happen? I don't know. I'm not understanding.
that's something that may happen, right? And it has definitely happened before, because if you remember in the book of, I believe it was the book of Sue.
Mhm.
Oh, no, the book of Osiris, right? He sent sheriffs, right, to gather up all the false gods after he came in and disposed of them, to come and take and reteach their subjects, right, that they were not Apollo.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sent sheriffs, right? So in this case, sister, you were acting as a sheriff, right? Telling these people, here's what you're going to do, and this comes from true God.
It makes sense. It's understandable.
So and so you could
Dreams over
understand
and
it.
over,
That's
and it's
why they
not
use the
because once I go to
the
sleep, I wake
image.
up and it continues, and it don't stop. It just continues like a movie.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know how many different denominations there are?
No, I know it's a lot.
And you know that Louis Among started all this, right?
Mhm.
So he's got to be. He's also responsible for it, and he's going under rehabilitation, not here, but off somewhere else, right, away from here, so he can't get back to it.
Right.
So possibly God and Creator are using you as a intermediary to go to His various spawned kingdoms that all of His disciples who still uh, 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 escaped the hells that they fell into. Uh, you're acting in His stead.
Oh, okay. So
You
it's like I'm
see,
a substitute,
yeah,
stand in.
yeah.
Okay.
But you're working through true God and Him, Louis Among, because he's doing the repentance and raising up everyone he deceived, and seeing that the false Christ is still deceiving people, or attempting to, through their Bible. That's basically what you're doing for Creator.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes a lot of sense. Because at first it was scaring me, and I was afraid to go to sleep because I see so much. You know what I'm saying? And it scares me because one time I had a dream. I was on a spaceship from a different planet, and they actually took me to a different planet. And they was telling me that they were going to send some other people to this planet and try to figure out how they're gonna populate the planet, because it was so weird. It was like the Earth was so close. It was like you see another planet outside the planet, and it was like almost touching the planet, how close it was. And you can actually grab it, how close
Yeah.
it was. And it was just so scary, because it was like, I've been having a lot of really scary dreams that I really don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot about people passing away and dying. Because usually, like when my grandfather passed away, he came to me and told me that he was going to pass away. I had a dream that he passed away. And I was at this house, and he came to me, and I was asking my grandma, I was like, Grandma, have you seen Granddad? And she was like, no, I haven't seen him. And he was sitting there in the corner. His spirit was sitting there in
Yep.
the corner, talking to me and telling me that he was going to pass away soon. And he was telling me that he was going to die. And he was telling me such and such and such and everything that was going to happen. 2 days later, I went over his house, and he was telling me, oh, I'm glad you came to see me. I had the dream that I was going to pass away. I said, you know what? I had a dream that you said you were going to pass away too. And he was telling me about his dream. I was like, it's similar to my dream. And then he was like, well, I might pass away. I'm not sure if I'm going to pass away. I just had a dream. I passed away. 3 days later, he passed away.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the spirit knows when its time is over, right? But not necessarily the physical brain knows that. You see,
Mm-hmm.
so
Hey,
there's a
Sharice, how
little
long?
conflict there, because the ego doesn't want to die,
That's true.
because when the ego dies, the ego ceases to exist, or the corporeal form goes back to corporeal earth.
What does that mean? Dust to dust?
Yeah,
Mhm.
as how that old saying go, ashes to
The
ashes,
dust
dust
to
to
dust.
dust.
But no
Yeah.
more consciousness.
No.
No.
The ego, the ego is stripped from the consciousness,
Uh-huh.
right? Or all the tetracts.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let me give you an example. You know what the yin yang symbol looks like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? You got a black half circle and a white half circle, right?
Right.
Now the white half circle is in the black, and the black circle is in the white half circle, right?
Balance.
Right. Now, if you took and you spun that real hard, real fast, right? You have what you call centrifugal force, correct?
Correct.
Right? The white is going to
Yeah.
go to the white, and the black is going to go to the black. The black are the tetracts, your ego, the false
Separate.
ego, right? That's going to dissolve into blackness, nothingness. You see? If you take that and spin it, right, real fast. Now, when you come out of your body, right, there is a spinning sensation. Now, I don't know if I can explain it. Let me see if I can. Okay, I got a pen here, right? You see this pen?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
this spinning sensation is kind of weird because it's gyroscopic. Now, you're spinning, right, to the right, like this here, right? And at the same time, revolving around like this. Did you see that? You're spinning around like this, and at the same time going over and over like that.
Yeah.
And then it speeds up tremendously, and then boop, you're out of your body.
Huh.
Right? Now, this is in the soul form, right? Not the atmospheric
Mhm.
You see, in the soul form, you are a ball of light, right?
Mhm.
I would say a ball of golden light. I mean, that's what I felt like, a little ball of golden light.
Golden
And
light of
the
fire.
ball felt just about as big as. Do you remember as a kid playing dodgeball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those little round balls, not as big as a basketball, smaller than a basketball, right?
Mhm.
They were like red and yellow or something like that, or brick colored. You know, with air in them, because you throw it, you're supposed to dodge the ball. If you got hit with the ball, then you were out.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, yeah. You felt like that big around.
Now don't forget, if you caught the ball,
You
then the guy
won.
throwing it was out. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You had to catch it and throw it back to him, or
No,
he'd hit
no,
you with it.
no. If he threw it and you caught it,
Yeah.
he was out.
Oh, he was.
It
Oh,
had to hit you and bounce off of you.
yeah. Well, 9 times out of 10, I was able to catch the ball and throw it back at the guy or girl who threw it at me and hit him with it.
Well, on the East Coast, if you throw it and hit him, but I'm just being ridiculous, man. Go ahead. Yeah, I follow you.
Yeah, I
Well,
was the
anyway,
one that was in the
that's
corner just
that's how
watching
you felt.
everybody. I'm a
Now,
play basketball.
now, in viewing, right? Uh, uh, you can see in 4 dimensions. You can see the roof, the floor, and all 4 walls at the same time.
Hmm.
That's your sight. But you can focus in on specific objects, like your body or a body of someone laying on a bed in the next room, because walls and things like that don't much matter in that state of being. It's hard to explain. There's I don't think there's hardly any words for it. But walls aren't walls. You can look through them. You can walk through them. There's
Hmm.
you just go right through them. And in that state, it's kind of like I always say, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, where you think is where you are," and you move at the speed of thought.
Yeah, I like that. What's
Now, that
amazing?
soul form can also uh, create its own body, right? Much like your physical body,
Mm.
except maybe a younger version of yourself, or maybe back in your uh, early 20s or
I
so.
think I did that before.
Yeah,
It was weird. I think I was like 7 or 8, and I was in a room and I was having bad dreams and I was having horrible dreams and I kept screaming that it was a evil spirit in my room, Freddy Krueger. And they called the church and everybody to come pray over the room. Wasn't nobody in the room. I kept screaming every night, every night. And then out of nowhere, my auntie woke up. And guess what was in the room? That evil spirit that I said that was in the room. So it was like
hmm
I conjured it and I brought it out of my dream into the closet.
yeah,
And it was like the church people came over and they captured it and they put it in a bottle and they took it with them. But that wasn't the only spirit. Because it was like, it wasn't just that Pacific spirit, because a man came to my house and he came to visit me. I don't know where I knew him from. I can't remember. And he came to me and he told me that I can control my dream.
yeah,
And he told me that I can do whatever I want to do in my dreams. And if I want them to disappear, I can make them disappear. If I want them to appear, I can make them appear. I can do anything that I want in my dreams and not to be afraid. I think it was a creator that sent them there to tell me that, because I was so horrified. I couldn't sleep forever. And I think that's when I found the creator, because I was praying that I was 8 years old, praying whatever God that's with the thunder and everything. That's who I want to pray to. And that's when I was 8 years old, because I was just so horrified.
When I was about, I think 5.5, maybe 6 years old, I used to have this nightmare of some big ogre guy chasing me through a maze.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after it wasn't what I think I kept dreaming that over and over and over again, and I didn't really want to go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
So one night, I said, I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to face this,
Yeah,
ogre
that's what I
thing,
did. Yeah.
right? So, sure enough, I went to sleep, and there I am running through this maze, right? And this big clumpy clump, and you can see shadows on the maze wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big giant size ogre thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I ducked behind the wall, right? And I just stood there real quiet, and he thought I was ahead of him. So here he comes, clump, clump, clump. And when he passed me, I go out behind him. Now, this little thing was maybe about 2 feet tall,
No.
right? And he had a lamp on a big, long pole, so it cast a big, long shadow, right? And he had big, clumpy feet, like his feet were real little, but they were strapped to these big, clumpy feet, like stone feet. So when he stepped, it'd make a big sound, clomp, clomp, clomp. So I reached down and kind of like tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, "Are you looking for me?" Here I am, like towering over this little gnome-like guy. Now he turns around, looks, and lets out a scream. Started running. One of his clumpy feet go this way. The lantern falls off, and he threw away his staff that he was holding the lantern on. And he was getting out of there for dear life.
He said he was more scared of you than you were of it.
And ever after that, I never had another nightmare.
Yeah, you faced your fears. I had to realize that and do that and face my fears. So now, ever since I face my fears, he doesn't bother me anymore. Ever since that day, he tried to come every once in a while and try to bother me, but I put my foot down. And one time, he came to me and asked me for some help. That really tweaked me out and blew me, because I was like, "What?" And it wasn't like no help to kill anybody or anything. It was help to enlighten me. So that part I didn't understand. That was really weird and creeped me out of everything. You come torture me all this time, and now you come to ask me help for enlightenment, to lift you up, to help save you.
Yeah.
And guess what I did? I helped him.
This was a chaotic spirit, you see,
Mm-hmm.
right? He enjoys coming to little kids in their dreams,
Mm-hmm.
right? And how do you? Well, the Native Americans have a special thing they call dream catcher.
Yeah, I have a lot of dream catchers because I'm a dream walker.
Yeah. And what some of these spirits do, they enjoy tormenting, little kids, right? And they must get some kind of kick out of it or something. But they're chaotic spirits, and he wants to change that one. He wants
Yeah, that's
he there are some such as yourself that entrap him, you see. So
mhm.
now he's not getting so much of a kick out of it. You see.
Mm.
So he wants to find something different. So he's basically seeking enlightenment.
Mm. That makes sense because most all spirits, they seek and look for something,
Yeah.
more.
The Creator loves them all, no matter how dark they are.
Mhm.
We're our task is to teach them different, both
Yeah,
spirit and humans.
that's true. I was praying. I was like, I want to move. I want to move to a house, but I don't want to move to a house with a whole bunch of spirits. But then again, I do because I want to help the spirits. Guess where I'm at now? In a house with a whole bunch of spirits. And
Yeah,
I'm trying to help 'em. I was like, I asked for what I wanted, and now I'm there, and now I'm just being tortured by a whole bunch of spirits. But I think they're learning from me because all I'm listening to is, guidance and love and light. So I was like,
yeah.
that's what it's
They
here for.
definitely are. Now, at some point, you see, these spirits, your ashars, right, and your guidance,
Mhm.
your personal ashars, and your asaph, and the whole bunch of angels are going to come in after they've raised up to a certain level, and they're going to be removed.
Mm,
You see,
I
but
understand.
but uh, there may be other ones that need to be taught, so they'll come in and take your place,
Mhm.
and you'll repeat the process with them.
Oh, it's like a repeating process over and over. So once
Yeah.
one person step in, another person. Okay, I understand.
This is part of, I'm going to say a part of
Hey, Chuck.
personal gift that Creator gave you, the ability to facilitate in this healing process of spirits.
Hey,
Wow,
Chuck. I'm sorry.
that's a
Let me
blessing.
let me greet my brother real quick. He just came in. Hey, brother. Good to see you. You said she sounds like someone else that should be writing books to Charisse. Yeah.
Seems like the Wi-Fi is messing up a little bit. Okay, I think I get it. Okay.
Why don't you write, Dave?
Who, me? Right?
Yeah.
Now, that's not a thing for me to do. I prefer to be a silent type light worker.
Yeah, I'm very silent too. I usually don't talk. This is like my first time actually talking. I don't talk at all. He was like, I think that's why I have thyroid issues. I had because I haven't taken my medicine in a whole year. But they say your thyroid come from not actually speaking what you really have to say on your mind. I'm always being timid and holding back what I really want to say. So now
Yeah.
lately I've been just saying what I want to say.
And you're in good company here because we understand this, you see. And some of these things, if you were to talk to somebody out on the street, uh, they'd call the nearest asylum and say, "Hey, we got this crazy guy down here, or crazy great gal."
Yeah.
You know.
That's
They
so true.
definitely wouldn't understand what we've experienced.
I'm glad I found you guys, and I truly appreciate you because I've been looking for you for a long time, for like ever since 2014. I've been looking for the creator and people to talk to this stuff about because I've been trying to talk to someone about it, but no one's listening to me, and everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what? huh? I don't understand that. That's not real. None of the stuff you're talking about is real, Sharice. I'm like, so spirits and ghosts ain't real. You didn't just see that TV just fly off the TV, off the refrigerator and just almost hit me in the head. No, Sharice, we don't know what you're talking about. The TV just flew off the TV and almost hit me in the head. Literally.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't, but see, hearing these things, man, it trips me out, because the spirit world, I can't testify like that. I mean, only a couple of instances in my life would I say that I had a spiritual experience. I mean, maybe two at the most, but it makes me feel like I'm missing out listening to you guys sometimes.
Hey, Brother Yaquab, share. Go ahead. Tell us about them.
Mm-hmm. About your spirit.
Well, let me see. I remember one time I had where where you go to sleep. I was in the military, and where you sleep, where you're conscious but you can't move your body.
Yeah.
That was one time, and another time, I thought I was really flying, and I could remember gravel passing under me. And I thought I was flying. Now that's about it that I can remember.
Probably were flying. I had a lot of dreams that I used to fly a lot. I'm always flying a lot. But a lot of vampires used to always try to take me and make me their queen. This one vampire, I don't know why. Ever since I was 7. So weird.
Hey, y'all say hi to my brother. I got him. He just came on.
Peace, love, and light, brethren.
Hey.
No.
How you doing there, brother?
How's everybody?
Bless.
Hey, what about this experience? Are you you said some of her past reminds you of mine?
So yeah, some of her when I had when I was in the hospital in 4 months, when I was in that car wreck, when I was on that when I was on the life machine. You don't remember talking to me?
Yeah, shoot, that's the day I lost my job, because that's another spiritual thing. I think when that happened to you, for some reason I lost my job that day, because
Yeah.
I had I think I had a spirit come over me. I think I connected with you when my brother had a near death experience. He got put under a tractor trailer.
Yeah. I was on life support for 4 months.
And I didn't even know that until just now.
And listening to her reminded me of some of my experiences when she said that her spirit had lifted over her body. She was able to see herself. I had the same exact experience as her, where I was able to see myself on the table. But the difference, I don't know if it's difference between her and mine. Might be some of the same similarities. It might be something different. I don't know. But I couldn't see my face. All I could see was, I could see the outline of my face, but I couldn't see my eyes. All I could see was like my nostrils and my mouth. But that's when I had ascended out of my body. That's when I had went on to heaven, which is another story. Excuse me. Which is another story. But, there were some similarities there, which is why I was just listening. I was listening to her.
What do you call seeing when you went to heaven?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to get into all of that, but I was actually looking for Sharon, but Um, what I remember seeing was it's more like how do I explain that?
Hey, Chuck, Elizabeth want to see you.
Who?
Elizabeth,
I'm in bed. I'm in
your
bed.
camera is down.
No, you gotta remove her comment.
Oh. Well, I don't think she can see
Yeah, there you
anyway.
go.
No, his camera is down,
Oh,
or his is showing his bed.
Yeah, I'm in bed. Yeah. Yeah, out. But
She want to see your face.
well, I'm in bed though. No.
In other words, he's shy. He's a Cancer, Elizabeth. So cancers don't never walk forward; they walk sideways. You know, meaning it's hard to get them to do stuff. But I'm poking fun at him. Go, go ahead, bro. What
I
did you
walk
see?
sideways. Um, it's more like more. Oh, I guess it's a combination of.
Oh, you meant the comment. Okay, Elizabeth. Yeah, all right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
I guess it's more like a combination of the two. What I see and what I saw and what I took in, because everything was in such a awe that it's like what I seen is what I felt, and it's what I experienced all in one. Where when you go to a place that you've never been to before, and everything just pleases your senses and open up your senses so wide that uh, you just wish you can crack your whole skull open just to take in even more. Um, my what I seen was these great big old pearly gates. Just like what they say in books and uh, what you might hear on the radio or see on movies or all that stuff. And it's like, even though I didn't know where I was going, even though I was going to a place I've never been to before, I knew exactly where to go once I got there. And when I got there, it was like these great big doors, big two side by side doors. And it's as I began to walk into that door to take in more, uh, which is what I don't, because I know you're on something else than what I'm on. So I don't want to go too far into that. But
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. No, you.
before I was able to go in, I got one step in, and as I got in, I thought I made it into heaven. Um, and the feeling that I got, it was just like no feeling I ever had before. And then just as God spoke to me and he told me, now go back and tell everybody what you experienced. And I went right back here, opened up my eyes, and that's when I had been that's when I woke up out of that coma I was in on the life support. But I had been on there for 4 months.
yeah. You see, time doesn't exist there.
It sure didn't, because it was so brief, so short. It lasted, the journey there is like I had these great big old powerful wings, and it would just thrust me right through the sky, and it would just take me exactly. And when you imagine it being, and this don't even touch it, the hottest day, like you being in Vegas or something, and somebody just out of nowhere, you just feel this spritz of cool air, just cool water. from like a spray bottle where it's just a mist hit your
Yeah.
face. You just want to tilt your head up to it and just welcome every essence of it. That's how them wings felt when it was just thrusting me through the sky, and you just looking around and how can this be? How can this can't be real because people on Earth don't have wings, and if they did have wings, how can they be this powerful? How can they have this much wind beneath them? It's like I said, it's more what I experienced
Yeah.
than what I seen. It's what I seen too. It is what I seen too. The whole experience of it all, it just changed my life forever.
In what way did it change your life forever?
Because it made me see that there is a God in heaven, that there is somebody, that there is someone above us that rules and looks down over us, that there is something to look for with life after death. Well, this is death as far as I'm concerned. The land that we walking on, we just yearning to get to everlasting life, just like cattle being herded, uh, cattle waiting to be slaughtered.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's very profound.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, that's very, very, very profound, Chuck. Because the OAHSPE, it describes Earth that way as, a womb. It's the womb. We're actually in the womb waiting to be born. We don't know when we had no choice to be born physically. We didn't have anything to do with it, but we have every choice in the world so far as spiritually what we make of ourselves. But I just find it interesting.
Oh, you still there?
Yeah.
I hit the button and I didn't know I was muted. I muted myself. I was saying
Oh,
I didn't even know that you were on life support for 4 months. I didn't even know. But
I do. I don't know if you remember Vina. Do you remember
yeah,
Vina?
yeah.
Vina was there, Rochelle was there, and Mama was there. And after I came out, uh, uh, I don't know if you talked to Mama. I'm thinking that you have, but I'm not sure. But if you had to talk to Mama, she would have told you how it is that the water was coming out of my eyes afterwards. When my eyes had woken, when my eyes had opened up, and
Uh-huh.
Rochelle was rubbing my feet. She kept rubbing my feet.
That's our sister who she's since passed away. Our older sister.
Yeah, and uh, when my eyes was opened up, because I was in that coma for a long time, and my eyes weren't open.
Hmm.
But after my eyes opened up in that light, and I was crying. I was crying crocodile tears to be more specific. And
Hmm.
Mama kept saying that I was in a lot of pain.
Hmm.
And then I was shaking my head no to her. And so they just didn't understand. They thought I was in pain, a lot of pain. And but they was doing a lot of celebrating and and yelling and all this stuff when they seen my eyes open. But I felt like I was just damned to sentenced to hell when my eyes opened up.
Wow.
And after I was able to talk again, because when you're on life support, they had those things all in your nose and mouth, and you can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
I had to tell Mama about my out of body experience, and that's when I start going to the churches and giving my testimonials, and not knowing that I was going to be helping someone. It was just such a glorious experience. It was just such an out of this world experience. I just couldn't keep it in. I couldn't. And I finding myself talking to strangers about the whole ordeal that I just went through. So I wasn't in no pain. I wasn't in no pain. But from the tears, I guess, that they seen coming down my eyes, they might have thought that. I don't know what they thought, but I heard Mama kept saying that he's in a lot of pain, and and she thought that they needed to give me pain medicine, some more pain medicine in my IVs and stuff.
Uh,
I wasn't in a lick of pain. The stuff that they had me on, you could have knocked me in the head with a sledgehammer and I wouldn't have felt nothing.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, when she was talking, she kept reminding me of what when she was going through. She kept reminding me of what I went through as well. Hers is a little bit more, her going to the hospital. They don't have a record of her, and she was in there a month, and and all of that stuff. I didn't go through that kind of craziness like she went through.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have went through a little bit more than what I did.
Man, I feel like
I do remember talking to you, Kurt, because you wouldn't let me keep on talking because you said I kept losing my breath afterward. I sounded like I was. I do remember talking to you. I don't remember what we said, but I do remember talking to you.
man, that is really strange because I don't remember at all. But then again, I have symptoms of lead poisoning too, and my memory is just shot. But I even, I do remember losing my job the day that there was some spiritual connection there, that's for sure. Because when you went up under that trailer,
Yeah.
I recall losing my job on that day because I just wasn't there, and I think it shows how you can have a connection, that type of connection. I
didn't even know that Mama had kept the pictures. I didn't know that until not too far before Mama had deceased. She had just showed me the pictures of the car and of the how even the steering wheel was turned in towards the dashboard. I mean, seeing the pictures was that was enough to make you want to almost go right back in the shop. Like nobody can possibly live through that. Anyway, well, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right, bro. That's what the channel is all about, to make us conscious that we only here for a while. That's what this channel is all about.
Yeah.
The creator, he said, I keep death before man, so that he might consider what comes afterwards. I think that that's one of the things I try to do on this channel is keep our spirituality, keep our eternity before us. because we need all the help we can get in order to take advantage of where we are right now. We need, I think, it's easy to waste the time. If the creator is saying your time there is for you to make yourself, then I'm interested in taking advantage of it. So when you, brethren like you, come on and testify, I think that you don't know who you're reaching. And that's a good work. That's a good work, man. But I guess I could end it right there with you brethren's permission. Man, this is a heavy night. But
This is one of your longer ones for sure.
no, I've had some 4-hour runs, but I give thanks because this is what it's all about. I try to get brethren to come on and talk. Now you don't know what your testimony, who is going to reach. See, that's the way it works. And that could be our redemption, because we called to share our life. Creator, he called us to share, to, like you were told, you were told to come back and to share what you had went through. And you mentioned something really interesting, how you don't know who you might have touched. Dave, would it be fair to say that we're going to find out whose lives we were instrumental in, you think?
Oh yeah. Well, when we get to where we're going, we'll definitely find out.
You think so?
Remember that indie I put on your channel?
You put a couple of them on there.
Yeah, I mean the last one about love sending out ripples.
Oh yeah. I
Right?
remember that. Yeah.
Now, when she was there, up to that point, she saw, what kindnesses she did had that ripple effect, and she knew when she was in that state who they touched.
I think, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I remember that. I remember that, because I remember the part about the ripples.
We will definitely know who we influenced.
Listen to that.
But each and every individual, it's their choice whether to accept or reject what we say. That's their free will, and we can't impinge on that, you see. But we can share what we know.
Right.
And it's up to the other person to either accept or reject what we say. But for as far as that goes, that's all well and good. If they reject what I say, fine. If they accept what I say, also fine. No, either way.
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds spiritual to me. I mean,
but yeah,
when you
I'm not going to be patting myself on the back for doing this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And it's also probably pretty good we don't know who we affect, because that would bolster our ego.
Yes.
And that wouldn't be good in this experience, in this physical experience.
Right.
However, when we come out of the physical experience and born in spirit, then we can see who we influenced, and also who influenced us. So it's like a two-way street, It's not a one-way thing. It's a melding.
Right.
How you say a tapestry with each thread woven into that experience. That's a good analogy.
He's
Well,
really insightful.
what's that?
I said that David, he's really insightful.
Well, he's been spiritual for a long time.
Yeah, I can tell.
You know, some people, they have that gift. They start from a young age. Sharon, she was like that.
Oh yeah,
That's my other older sister.
the oldest.
Oldest, yeah. So, brethren, with your permission, I'm going to go ahead and
Let me
shut it down.
give you the unity sign there.
Yeah.
And y'all have a good one. And we'll see you on the next
Oh,
broadcast.
Dave, I got to do the soul affirmation, man.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, okay. So, brethren, let's go ahead and do the soul affirmation real quick. And then I can go ahead and shut it down. Now, the soul affirmation is the what we were talking about earlier, where just read along with me. And we were reading in Radiance anthology. It told us to do this as to speak eternal truths to our soul for the purpose of elevating, of what's the word I'm looking for the purpose of I got to put it on the screen. Hold on. Redo my screen here. Hold on a second. We do it for the purpose of number one, because the OAHSPE, or not OAHSPE, but Radiance anthology is telling us to do that, because it's a way of strengthening our connection with the Creator and helping us to learn the importance, if that's a good word. I'm trying to find it. By affirming our by reading the affirmation of our soul is how we strengthen our connection to the Creator. He can speak to us. He can use us. He can grow us up. Now, I'm having trouble finding it. Oh, here we go. All right. So, brethren, let's say this 3 times together, and I can go ahead and shut the in the video. Okay, so on 3, these words right here, let me bring it up on screen here. So these words right here, let's say this 3 times together on 3. 3 times together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am life because my soul is a form of eternal life.
I am life because my soul is
My
a
soul is a form of eternal life. Okay, I gotta echo. Hold on a second. I gotta do something here, Dave. You're echoing. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's me reading and you reading at the same time.
Yeah, look, I got it. Yeah,
let me back on out of here and leave the studio.
And then read with me.
You go through the affirmations again, and I'll say them out loud, but off the air.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Here we go.
Okay, bye, brother. We'll catch you again.
Okay, let me make sure that I got it on the screen here. I think I clicked off on it. Hold on. Let me bring it back up. Okay, here we go. Now, let's see. All right, 3 times together on 3, brethren. The soul affirmation. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am life because my soul is a form of life, of eternal life. I am health, peace, perfection because my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. I am wisdom of the all mind because my soul is an intelligent organism vibrant with delight of the infinite consciousness. Again, I am life because my soul is a form of eternal life. I am health, peace, and perfection because my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. I am the wisdom of the all mind because my soul is an intelligent organism vibrant with delight of the infinite consciousness. One more time. I am the life because my soul is a form of eternal life. I am health, peace, perfection because my true I, the real self, is potentially the health, peace, and perfection of the I am. I am the wisdom of the all mind because of my soul. It is an intelligent organism vibrant with delight of the infinite consciousness. All right. Thank you, Creator. With that, close the program. Brethren, thank you for joining me. Creator, thank you helping me to have this video and have fellowship with my brethren. Pray that you help us with elevating our soul so that we can open a channel to hear the inspiration and how you work through our soul to guide us. Pray for our shards who watch over us, who guide us and help us to elevate in our spirit. We realize that you're going to one day manifest your brethren in this reality, and we want to be ready. We want to redeem the time. Thank you for the testimony of my brother. Didn't know that you brought him into the heavenlies to give him a witness of the reality of the things that we like to talk about. So, Creator, my brethren, I pray you bless them all, bless us, grow us up in the spirit. And brethren, thank you joining me. And until I see you again, peace be unto you. Shalom.